Hey there, this is Melissa with communicatewithangels.com, and today I want to share with you the key steps that are essential to finding your unique life purpose. So let me screen share here and show you what we're working with. So this is the pathway to getting to that place where maybe right now you feel there's something more to my life, or you're feeling dissatisfied, there's something missing, or you're showing up to work every day at a job you don't like, but you're afraid to leave it because of it's paying the bills, it's paying the health insurance, all of those things. But you have this inkling inside that there's a different life for you, right? That there's something across that bridge in the picture that is unseen right now, that is your deeper soul's calling, that would bring you more fulfillment and abundance and growth. And so the pathway to get from where you are now, which may be frustrated or stuck, to that alignment and fully embracing and living every single day your unique life purpose, this is what I'm going to share with you today. These are the steps that, after more than 15 years of working with spiritual consulting and workshops and hundreds of clients around the world, these are the essential steps on the pathway that will get you to that new life that you're desiring. Okay, so in the center here, the goal that we're looking for is for you to be fully living your purpose. So what are the three essential components of you really living your unique life purpose? One of those is that you are going to be materially abundant, right? You are probably not interested in this old paradigm that used to exist, that you need to be poor in order to be spiritual. That is an outdated concept. You need to live in poverty and give up your worldly possessions. I still get emails and comments on my YouTube channel from people who are living from this concept that in order to be spiritual, I shouldn't be charging anything, right? It's about giving up your money, doing it all for free. But if you want to be truly aligned, you are going to be experiencing the material world in an abundant way. To me, that is an essential part of living your purpose, because you don't want to be broke and struggling in that way. You want to enjoy your life and be comfortable, and hopefully have some resources to share with others or causes that you are passionate about as well. Another factor that's really important and for you to be living your unique life purpose is that you will be experiencing growth. You are here to learn and grow. And so in order for you to be fulfilled as a soul, you will be expanding and growing and evolving. And I'm guessing that that's where some of you are as you're watching this video, is maybe you've outgrown certain opportunities or relationships in your life. They were a growth opportunity before, but you've learned everything you really can from that opportunity or that relationship, but you're afraid to let it go. And so your growth has stagnated, and that's why change is important. And the final piece of you really living your purpose is doing what you love. Now, this has become a bit cliched, the statement of doing what you love, right? And it doesn't have to just be career. It certainly can be. And I know that's a high priority for many of you watching. But what else do you love? right? I've taken up dance classes the last couple of years and I love it. And I'm passionate about it. And I'm signing up for online courses to learn more and be able to practice at home when I'm not at the studio. Maybe you love parenting. Maybe you love being a mom or a dad. Maybe you love the outdoors. All of that is part of your purpose. Your purpose is not an assignment that's going to be difficult and make you feel like you're suffering. It's doing what you love. So those are the three components of living your purpose. You're doing something you love, you're material abundant, and you're spiritually growing. So you've got both that spiritual and the material in balance. So in order to get to that point where you're living your purpose, these are the three essential steps that you need to go through. And let's face it, for most of you listening, if not all, your parents didn't teach you this. You didn't learn it in school. And so you've been doing the best you knew how, but because you didn't have these tools at your disposal, you've lived your life to about 50% capacity. You've had some amazing success. There's nothing wrong. But with these tools that I'm going to share with you, you will up level and learn and see how you can live your life to 100% of growth, doing what you love, and receiving abundance. So the first step is that you need to align. So what do I mean by that? You need to align with yourself as a soul. We forget a lot. You are a spiritual being having a physical experience. But along the way, you set yourself up for this lifetime, we become very entrenched in the material world. And so we kind of forget who we are spiritually, and we start doing it other people's way or following the rules of society or all the shoulds. And so this alignment piece is about really knowing yourself at the core as your soul authentic self. So there's three essential things for you to get into that alignment with who you are spiritually. The first one is to know your spiritual thrust. Your spiritual thrust is your unique expression of energy. And it emanates from you, and it is your uniqueness. The second part is to find your niche. Many of you, when you're actually talking about purpose, you're actually talking about finding your niche. Your niche is the place where you fit in this material world. You come in with the spiritual gifts and expression, which we call your thrust, and there will be certain opportunities that are a good match for that and some that are not. Finding your niche is the place where you fit so that you can express your thrust abundantly. I'm just going to give you an example to demonstrate this point, which I'm totally making up right now. But imagine that your spiritual thrust, your gift, your expression for this lifetime is to share creatively, okay? But you had a very strict upbringing, and your parents told you that the way to be successful is to do a professional job, like be an accountant. And so you end up becoming an accountant. And that is not a very creative pursuit. Some people love being an accountant. But if your thrust is share creatively, and you end up going to job 9 to 5 as an accountant, you have very few opportunities within that job to share creatively. And so your energy is being stifled because you're in a place that doesn't fit your unique vibration. And so you need to make some shifts in order to get yourself into a job or a career or whatever it looks like. There's so many possibilities that allows you to share creatively. And you know, you can even think right now, your probably brain is going, to those possibilities of what share creatively might look like in the material world. Many of you are not in your niche. You're like a square peg in a round hole trying to make something fit that doesn't fit, but you're too scared to let it go. So you keep trying to make the square peg fit the round hole and it just won't. So you need to make some shifts. It doesn't have to be a dramatic overturning your life. Sometimes it can be making some shifts to the right or left. Maybe it's a promotion to a different part of the company. There's lots of possibilities, but if you're not in your niche, you're going to feel so stuck, like something just is not right. And that will wear you down. The longer you stay like that, it will wear you down more and more spiritually and sometimes even physically, right? You get sick. The third part of aligning is to know your inner core. So your spiritual thrust is your expression of energy. And there are lots of different components of your inner core. And I'm not going to go into all of those right now. If you decide to work with me on my deeper program, you will discover what those are. But as an overview, you have a spiritual gift. That's your primary gift. You have a communication style. You have a vibration pattern. You have a unique way to work with people. You have values spiritually. And you have a style spiritually. And so you're going to start to know all of these different pieces and how they fit together so that you authentically know who you are and you've come into alignment with it. So that's step one. The second part of really getting into this place of living your purpose is karma. Karma is a word that is often greatly misunderstood, right? Karma is not a punishment. It's not, I did something bad in a past life, so now I'm going to be punished for it in this lifetime. Karma is what you attract. As a soul, you set yourself up for certain lessons and experiences in this lifetime, and you really can't avoid them. Every now and again, I hear people that say, I want to change my karma. I want to change my purpose. I want to change my contracts. You're going to attract it. You are just like a magnet of energy attracting it. And your karma feels difficult because it's your karma, right? For other people, it might be easy. You know, sometimes I look at people and go, why is that hard for you? But that's a very judgmental thing to say, because maybe I was in that exact place last lifetime, or maybe I'll be in that place next lifetime. So karma is on a soul level, what you are going to magnetize towards you in order to fulfill the growth and expansion that you signed up for in this lifetime. So instead of pushing it away, embrace it, love it, accept it, and work with it, because it will actually work in your favor if you don't try to push it away or rebel against it, right? So there's different parts of karma. One is desires. A soul moves by desire. What is it that you really, really want? You need to get clear with that. It is innate within you. Nobody outside of you, no angel, no God, no nothing is really planting desire in you. It's coming from the core of you spiritually, because it gives you the roadmap for what you've come to do this lifetime. Right? So karma might even be summed up in that way, what you've come to do. It can look lots of different ways, but at the core, spiritually, what have you come to do this lifetime? So if you really get in touch with what you really, really want, it gives you a clue, right? If you don't feel like you know what your purpose is, you don't know what you're supposed to do this lifetime. But what you can start to ask yourself is, what do I want? And some of you I know may not feel like you don't know what you want, but just start asking that question. And it can be anything. There's no right or wrong desires. It could be something very, very simple, right? I desire to go for a walk every day. I desire to move. I desire to have a romantic relationship, whatever it might be. What is your desire? Because that's coming from the essence of your soul. The next part is needs. This is something that most people really don't know about as a concept. Spiritually, there are needs that you have. So everything that you desire is actually a means to fulfill a need. Needs are something that come from the core of you spiritually. So if I desire, so right now I desire to move, and I desire to have a closer partnership with my boyfriend, who I've been seeing for close to 2 years. And so there's an underlying need, right? There's a need for me to learn how to have a balanced partnership, because I've been a very independent person and I can sometimes close off close relationships. So my need is for connection. I want to buy a new house. My desire there is for expansion and to feel free in my space. Okay, so if you don't know what your needs are right now, that's okay. Most people don't. And again, in the program, Authentic and Aligned, that's coming up this summer, I will guide you through that process so you'll know how to do it. The third part of karma is contracts. Spiritual contracts, you may have heard of this. So contracts can be with yourself, with your guides, with people, and with opportunities. With people, if you attract somebody into your life and there's a contract, it's like you have something to fulfill together, you have something to learn from each other. You can also have contracts with an opportunity. So do you have a contract with your job or the company or a business or a service? So as much as I've been self-employed for many years, and I love it, but I've changed the way I offer things many, many times, but the contract has stayed the same. The contract is to offer Wayshower's college services. And I've been doing that since I was 19 years old and I'm now 44. So that's a long-standing contract to share this spiritual information. So contracts, remember this karma piece is like, my friend Tiger Cole calls it spiritual gravity. It's a different way of talking about the law of attraction, and in a way that's a bit more accurate than the woo-woo side that's commonly out there. You are going to attract this regardless. It's part of magnetizing your energy. You are powerful and it's going to come to you. So fulfilling your contracts is fulfilling what you've come to do this lifetime. Okay, now the last piece of really living your purpose and having all those things, the abundance, the growth, and doing what you love, is manifest. So to manifest is actually to make real, right? It's a word that's very overused these days, and of course, but that's what it is. It's to envision something and to bring it into reality. And so in order for you to live your purpose, you need to do that, because otherwise you're just twiddling your thumbs and meditating. And this is about living it. Living your purpose means that you need to learn these tools on how to bring it into fruition. So the first step to manifest is to commit. There's two parts to that. Commit to believing in yourself. If you don't have the commitment, it's not going to manifest. Okay. So I made a commitment that I'm going to buy a house, and I don't know financially how that's going to work out right now, but I have committed to that coming true. And I'm patient with the timing, but I've now made the commitment that that is the direction I'm going in. The other piece of commitment is setting that clear goal and following through on the steps along the way. If you're just wishy-washy and you don't have a goal and you don't really have a plan, you're going to be going around in circles, right? Those are the people that are kind of staying in the woo-woo and thinking that they visualize it's going to show up in their lap. That is not true manifestation. That's a cliched manifestation. It's not real. Okay. Sometimes your energy is so aligned that once you commit, it does show up with not much effort. I have experienced that. It can happen, but we never know the universe's mysterious ways. So your part is to really commit and set the goals and come up with a plan and some direction. Okay. The next piece to manifest is to visualize. Whoops. So there's lots of parts to this. I've summed it up with visualize, but energetically, you're bringing in that energy. You're envisioning it. You're drawing it to you because you are energy. So you can work with energy to create, right? Anything that has actually come true in the material world was an energetic idea first. So you can learn tools to work with that. And then the last part is to take intuitive actions. Not just any old actions, like bowling on through, but intuitive actions. And this is where having that connection with your angels is really key, because you'll get an insight, an idea, an inspiration, an aha moment. And slowly but surely, because you've committed to that goal and manifesting it, the how shows up. You start to get the pieces of the puzzle in place on how you can move toward it. Or your angels are working behind the scenes to bring an opportunity to you. So those are the core pieces of finding your soul's calling, living your life purpose. So there is so much more depth that I can share about each one of these. And in the webinar that I did this week, I shared about 3 of them. In the program I'm offering this summer, Authentic and Aligned, you are going to integrate all of these pieces. So you're going to have a transformational journey from where you are now. And your life might not be bad, right? Maybe it is, but maybe it's not bad, but you can just feel like there's something more. And that's the result of only being able to live at 50% capacity because you haven't learned these spiritual tools. That's what will turbocharge your success, right? So in Authentic and Aligned, it begins June 1st, and you're going to go through this process. You're also going to get private sessions that tell you what your thrust is. You can work with clarifying your needs and desires, clarifying your contracts, etc. And then we'll have the group calls to really go into this process together. So here is your invitation to enroll in Authentic and Aligned, which is 90 days to find your deeper soul's calling. What you will learn is you will discover your authentic self on that soul level. You will align with your spiritual contracts, needs, and desires. You'll know what they are. You'll find your niche in life, the place where you fit and can express your unique spiritual purpose. You will find the career that is the perfect match for your unique purpose and niche in life. Some of you, that's really important at this time. You're going to clarify it. For some of you, it might be less important, but all of your life is part of this niche as well. So there could be some other areas where you're going to get into alignment. You're going to attract soulful relationships that support you to be your authentic self. You're going to learn manifestation tools to create wild abundance, freedom, and joy. You will experience an intimate and nurturing container for your growth. This is a small group, and there will also be one-on-one sessions with me. You're going to work with proven tools for self-discovery. This stuff has been around for 50 years. The tools of the Way Show is college, but it's kind of still like the best kept secret. So I'm going to share with you these proven tools that have worked for thousands of people that will really get you into soul alignment. You're going to experience a transformational journey. And you're going to have intuitive mentoring through your fears and blind spots. So it's delivered by 12 intimate group calls, 6 private sessions with me, and support in an online community in between the weekly calls. That's a total value of $3,986. This is the first time that I've put together this program in this way, so I'm offering you a steep discount. This is the lowest price this program will ever be offered at. So it's only $12.97. And considering that those private sessions alone are worth $1,100, I think this is an amazing deal. You also have the option of making 4 monthly payments of $349. So you can get started right away for your first payment of $349 and then 3 following payments. This pricing will go away forever on Tuesday, May 31st, and the program begins Wednesday, June 1st. So this is really, when I say it's closing, it will definitely be closing. The website to sign up is communicatewithangels.com/authentic and aligned. There is also an additional bonus that I'm offering. And again, this will expire on Tuesday, May 31st. And that is my Communicate with Your Angels online course. I also consider that communicating with your angels is essential in really clarifying your purpose, because your angels have that bigger picture and can direct you to the steps that will be your purpose. So having a connection with your angels will be essential as you step into authentic and aligned. And so I'm offering you that as a free bonus, and it's a $297 value, and which includes a one-on-one session as well. So you're getting an additional private session. So there's some past clients sharing where I've taken them through very similar work as we're going to do in the Authentic and Aligned program. If you have questions, please post them below. I will also put a link in the description below where you can schedule a 15-minute call with me, so that if you have questions and you want to chat about this opportunity and whether it's a good fit for you, we can hop on a call and I'm happy to connect with you and answer your questions. So make sure, don't be shy, go ahead and schedule that. If you're ready to enroll in the program, I would be honored. I can't wait to work with you. communicatewithangels.com/authentic and aligned. If you have questions, you can email support@communicatewithangels.com or post them below. See you in the program. Bye for now.